Good morning. Time for a little Shalu Yoga. Hope everybody's having a great day. Let us begin. So let's begin by coming to a nice seated position on our mats. And we'll go ahead and open ourselves up to some breathing. This is Astro, the resident yoga cat. Astro and I have been together for about 13 years. No, 11 years? He's precious. He went missing a few weeks back, but glad to have him back. Let's see. There we go. A little wind. So go ahead and take a nice, comfortable, seated position on your mat. And allow yourself to just breathe into where you are this morning. Where you are physically, where you are spiritually, where you are mentally, where you are emotionally. And there are really a lot of factors that go into this. It depends on the food that you ate, the company that you kept, the water that you had, the sleep that you had. If you didn't get enough sleep, you'll feel out of balance. If you didn't get enough water, you feel out of balance. If you ate foods that were not in simpatico with your body, you're definitely going to feel out of balance. If you had a fight with someone emotionally, if something happened, all of this factors into how it is that we flow in the world. We have a very physical relationship that is manifested through our bodies. We have, mental conversations within our mind, what happens to us emotionally, how we react to things. I heard a beautiful statement about karma. The karma is really made up of what our attachments are, and I think that is one of the most brilliant things that I've heard. I heard Ram Dass say that in a video this morning. So one of the things that the way in which the body functions is the body follows the mind, and the mind is impacted by a lot of our circumstances. But the one thing that we have and that we cannot live without is our breath. Someone asked me yesterday, what is one of the things I love to do? And I said, I love to do yoga because it gives me a chance to bring my breath in alignment with my body. And the word shalu actually means alignment in Aramaic. It's a term that I learned from a gentleman, a teacher of mine, who doesn't call himself a teacher, he calls himself a student. I love that. A lot of humility in this man. Something that I myself am working on. I lived a life where I felt like I just always knew everything and I knew more than everybody and I was smarter than everybody, and it's the farthest thing from the truth. So I've started telling the truth, which is great. So the breath is what brings us back into alignment. And when you marry that in concert with the movements of the body, man, it's an incredible feeling. So let's go ahead and just acknowledge where we are on the mats. Sit in a nice cross-legged position and just let your palms fall face up towards the ceiling on your thighs. Take a beautiful breath in. And a nice exhale out. And as you do, just allow your consciousness to drop down. Take another beautiful inhale in through the nose. And then a nice relaxing exhale through the mouth. And as you do these breathing cycles, just allow yourself to drop further and further in your consciousness. Coming from the head, making your way down to the heart. Take another beautiful inhale in, longer and slower. And then a nice relaxing exhale out through the mouth. Every time that you yawn, the body is attempting to bring more breath in. And prana, the life force of the universe, rides on the breath. So that's why breath is so important. Listen, you can go days without water and you can go days without food, but you cannot go without breath. There are some people that I met in Hawaii years ago. They called themselves breatharians, and they hadn't eaten in 3 or 4 years. And they were existing on the prana. They found a way to be able to connect to the life force of the universe just through their breath. They were fascinating. They were thin, but they weren't skeletal. It was really extraordinary to meet them. They did sun gazing. Take another beautiful inhale in, and a nice relaxing exhale out. Gorgeous. Take an inhale in. Go ahead and scrunch your shoulders up towards your ears, and then as you exhale, bring your shoulders back and down. Beautiful. Take another inhale in. Bring those shoulders up near the ears, and then as you exhale, bring them back and down. Create some beautiful space in the front of the body. One more. Inhale in. Hunch those shoulders up near the ears, and then as you exhale, bring them back and down. Gorgeous. Take an inhale in, start to turn the head to the right. Nice exhale, fully release to the right. Oh, gorgeous. Take another inhale in, and on your exhale, bring your head back to the center. Take another inhale in, and on your exhale, turn the head towards the left. You really want to slow down this movement. Take another inhale in. On your exhale, come back to center. Take another inhale in. On your exhale, turn your head to the right. Take another inhale in. Exhale. Exhale back to center. The more you slow this down, the more you're going to allow the breath to go where it needs to in the body. It's very intuitive that way. Take another inhale in. On your exhale, turn your head to the left. Take another inhale in. On your exhale, come back to center. One more time. Take an inhale in. On your exhale, turn your head to the right. Take another inhale in. On your exhale, come back to center. Take another inhale in. On your exhale, turn your head to the left. Take another inhale in. Exhale, come back to center. Beautiful. Let's switch the fold of the legs. So if you had your right leg in front, go ahead and switch it out and let your left leg be in front. Take your right hand to the mat. Take an inhale in and lift that left arm up. And then as you exhale, bend over to the right. Keep that spine as straight as possible. Keep a nice bend in that right elbow as you bend over. Take another inhale in. Come up a little, and then as you exhale, stretch and bend a little further over to the right. You should feel a beautiful stretch on the left side of your body. Another inhale in, come a little bit up. Exhale even more deeply. Looking up towards the ceiling if you have the flexibility. Beautiful. Take an inhale in, start to rise up back to the middle, and on your exhale, bring both of your hands down to your knees. Notice how that left side body feels so much longer than the right. So let's take the other side. Bring your left hand to the mat. Take an inhale in, and on your exhale, raise that arm up and bend over to the left. Beautiful. You'll feel that long, beautiful stretch. Take an inhale in, come up a little. Exhale, bend a little more deeply. Keeping that spine as straight as possible. Keeping a nice bend in that left elbow. Gazing up towards the ceiling if your flexibility allows. Take an inhale in, and on your exhale, bend a little more deeply to the left. Gorgeous. Take an inhale in. On your exhale, come back to center. Let both hands float down. So we've turned our heads. We've done a nice stretch with our necks. We've brought our shoulders up and back. We've stretched along the sides. Let's do a little twisting. Take an inhale in. On your exhale, bring your right hand behind you. Let your fingertips, your 4 fingertips, point away from you, and let your thumb point towards your buttocks or towards your torso. Take an inhale in. On your exhale, bring your left hand to your right knee and begin to twist to the right. Don't ever do this to the point of pain, just do it to the point of stretch. Take an inhale in, extend, exhale, twist. Take another inhale in, extend up, exhale, twist. Using that back right arm for leverage, keep a bend in those elbows. Take another inhale in, extend, exhale, twist. Beautiful. Take another inhale in, extend, and exhale, come back to center. Gorgeous. Nice, deep spinal twist. The thing that twists do that's so powerful is they kind of wring out the organs which have been sleeping and dormant, depending upon how long ago you woke up. But this is a nice, beautiful, like wringing out of the organs, getting the blood flowing. Take an inhale in. On your exhale, bring that left hand behind your body. Let the fingertips point away, the thumb towards the torso. Keep a bend in that left elbow. Take your right hand, place it on that left knee. Take an inhale in, extend, and then exhale, twist. Another inhale in, extend a little higher. Exhale a little deeper with that twist to the left. Take another inhale in, extend, and then exhale, twist. You'll be surprised at how much flexibility is actually in the body. Take another inhale in. On your exhale, come back to center. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and extend our legs in front of us. If you have a fluffy gray cat in front of you, do your best not to bother the cat. So funny. I move my feet near him and already his tail can feel the energy in my body, which starts to move. Get yourself seated on what are called your sits bones. They're the 2 bones that are at the bottom of the pelvic girdle. And see if you can really, if you're like me, you need to move some flesh out. Move your flesh out to be able to sit on your sits bones. We're going to do some forward folds. Take a nice inhale in, raise the arms up towards the sky, and then on your exhale, go ahead and fold forward. And today, depending upon all those factors that I mentioned earlier, you'll either be able to bring your hands to your thighs. When you bend, you want to hinge at the waist. You don't want to stretch your back. This isn't about stretching your back that way. We're actually going to be stretching the hamstrings. So take a nice hinge at the waist, take an inhale in, exhale. And again, notice today, do your hands come to your thighs? Do they come to the knees? Do they come to the shins? Do they come to the ankles, or do they come to the toes? And every day is going to be different. You will find that as you continue your yoga practice, that you will gain more flexibility, and you will also gain more strength in the body. Take another inhale. On your exhale, forward fold. Take another inhale. On your exhale, forward fold. Beautiful. Oh boy. Take another inhale. Come back up to seated. Go ahead and spread your legs about 3 feet apart on the mat so that you have a V with your feet. Take an inhale in, and on your exhale, start to walk those hands forward as you begin to, hinging at the waist, lower yourself down towards the ground. Do not hurt yourself in yoga. Allow yourself to stretch. You're gaining flexibility. And this is going to be flexibility in the body, but you'll also find yourself being more flexible in your mind, in your emotions, as you're connecting with the aspect of you, the animating life force. Take another inhale in, exhale, forward fold. See if you can come out a little further. You should feel a nice stretching on the inside of the legs, inside of the thighs. Take another inhale in, exhale, fold a little more deeply. Gorgeous. One more inhale, Exhale, push back and up to the center. Turn and face that right leg. Take an inhale in. On your exhale, forward fold over, hinging at the waist, over that right leg. Keep the right foot flexed to keep the leg engaged. Keep a micro bend in that knee so that you're not locking it. If you lock your knees or if you lock your elbows, you've cut off the life force flow. So keep a little bit of a bend in the knee. Take another inhale in. Exhale, fold a little more deeply. Again, folding at the waist, keeping the spine as straight as possible. Take another inhale in. Exhale, forward fold. Take another inhale. On your exhale, push back up to the center. Take a beautiful breath in. Nice exhale out. Go ahead and turn towards the left foot. Take an inhale in. And on your exhale, bend over that left leg. Keep the feet flexed. Keep a little bend in that knee. Take an inhale in. Exhale, fold over the left leg. Take another inhale in. Exhale, fold a little more deeply. Take another inhale in and exhale, fold even further. Beautiful. Take an inhale in. On your exhale, push yourself back up to seated. Slide those feet in towards you so that the soles of the feet come together like a book. Take an inhale in. On your exhale, fold forward. And if you want a little more leverage, you can take your elbows and push them against your knees. And again, you'll feel a beautiful stretch on the inside of the thighs. Take another inhale in, forward fold. One more beautiful inhale in, and exhale and forward fold. Gorgeous. Take an inhale in, push yourself back up to seated. Take another inhale. On your exhale, bring your knees together. We're going to swivel onto the mat to come to hands and knees. Okay. Come onto hands and knees and let the fingers be spread broadly on the mat. Let your hands be underneath your shoulders. Let your hips and your feet flat on the mat, knees underneath the hips. Take an inhale in, and on your exhale, you're going to push your buttocks down towards your heels, and you're going to come into a pose that is a resting pose that's called child's pose. And it looks like this. The hands extend out in front of you, and the forehead comes down towards the mat. You're going to feel a beautiful stretch in the lower back. No matter what pose you're in, it is perfectly acceptable for you to come down into child's pose at any time. Now, if you, like me, have a bit of a belly, or you have a lot of a belly, you can keep the toes together and spread the knees apart. And as you push back and down, you've now made a little pocket for your belly to lower to the mat. Go ahead and extend those arms. Take an inhale in, and on your exhale, lower your head to the mat. Child's pose. Take an inhale in. Push yourself up to hands and knees on the mat. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Take an inhale in, drop the belly, lift the head. And then as you exhale, drop the head, round the spine, lift the belly up. As you exhale, tucking the tailbone under. Take another inhale in, drop the belly. The tailbone and the head will naturally lift. You're getting some real flexibility in the spine right now. Take another inhale, and again on the exhale, round that back like a cat, like a Halloween cat, lifting that belly up towards the spine. Take an inhale in, lift the head, slump the spine like a cow, lifting that tailbone up. Take another inhale in. And then on your exhale, drop the head, tuck the tailbone, really round that spine. Beautiful. Take an inhale in, raise that right arm up towards the sky, and then as you exhale, thread that right arm through that opening underneath the left shoulder, come down onto the head. We're doing a nice twist on the spine. Lower that head to the mat, lower the shoulder to the mat. Take another inhale in. On your exhale, push back up to hands and knees, coming to a nice neutral spine. Inhale that left arm up, and then go ahead and thread it underneath the right, coming down onto that left shoulder and head, side of the head. Use that right arm for leverage to make that twist even deeper. Take an inhale in, nice exhale. Take another inhale. On your exhale, push back up to hands and knees. Take an inhale in here, come to neutral. Neutral is a flat back, feet on the ground, fingers spread broadly, hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Take a nice inhale in, tuck those toes under. On your exhale, push up and back for downward dog. In downward dog, you're pressing through the palms, the heels of the hands. You can take an inhale, come up to the toes, and then on your exhale, lower those heels towards the mat. Take another inhale in. On your exhale, lower yourself back down. Neutral tabletop on the mat. Take another inhale in. Tuck your toes, push up and back for downward dog. Let that chest come towards the feet, pushing through the arms. Don't lock those knees. Keep a nice bend in the knees. Take an inhale in. On your exhale, lower down to the mat. Hands and knees, tabletop. One more time. Take an inhale in. Tuck those toes, push up and back for downward dog. And take 3 breaths here. Take another inhale in. On your exhale, lower your knees to the mat. Take another inhale in, feet flat on the mat. Exhale, push back for child's pose. Take another inhale in, push back up to hands and knees. Take an inhale in, and on your exhale, extend that right arm in front of you and the left leg behind you. Keep that left leg flex. Keep your core engaged. Another inhale in, and an exhale. And then one more inhale in, and on your exhale, lower your hands and knees to the mat. Take another inhale in. On your exhale, extend that left arm in front of you, right leg behind you. Keep that right foot flexed. Keep the core engaged. Breathe. One more breath in. On your exhale, lower hands and knees to the mat. Take an inhale in. On your exhale, push back for child's pose. Take another inhale in. On your exhale, push back to tabletop. Tuck your toes under. Take an inhale in. Push up and back for downward dog. Take an inhale in, and on your exhale, walk your hands walk your feet up to your hands. Take an inhale in, come halfway up, flat back. Take another inhale in, exhale, forward fold. Take an inhale in, rise your arms up towards the sky. And then as you exhale, come to the side of your mat, lower your hands to the middle of your heart. We'll do some standing poses. Oof. Okay. Let's start with our feet, a couple inches apart. Let your knees be above your ankles. Let your hips be above your knees. Let your ribs be above your hips. Shoulders above the ribs. Take an inhale in, bring those shoulders up towards the ears and then push them back and down. Beautiful. And feel your head just floating on your shoulders. Gorgeous. Take an inhale in, bring those arms up towards the sky, and then as you exhale, let the hands come together as they float right down the center line of the body and come and rest at your heart. Oh. Let your hands fall out to the side, palms facing forward for a beautiful mountain pose. Gorgeous. Take an inhale in, raise those arms up towards the sky. Exhale and forward fold as you bring your hands down towards the ground. If they don't reach the ground, it's perfectly acceptable to have them on the thighs, the knees, the shins, the ankles, whatever your level of flexibility is today. Inhale, come halfway up with a flat back, extending the chest. And then exhale and forward fold. Walk the fingers over to the right side of the right foot. Keep the feet facing forward. You're just getting a nice twist. Keep a bend in those knees. Take another inhale in. On your exhale, come back to center. Take another inhale. On your exhale, bring the fingers over to the left side of the left foot. Take an inhale in and exhale. Take another inhale in. On your exhale, come back to center. Take another inhale in, come halfway up, and then inhale in, and then exhale, forward fold. Take another inhale in. On your exhale, lift those arms up towards the sky, and then let your hands float down into the center of the chest. Gorgeous. Let's go ahead and spread those legs about 3 feet apart. Let the feet be parallel, facing the side of the mat. Oof. Okay. Take a beautiful inhale in, exhale. Take another inhale in. On the exhale, hands to the waist and fold forward. Bringing the hands down towards the ground. Take an inhale. Place that left hand underneath the face on the exhale. Take another inhale in, extend that right arm up, and on the exhale, twist. Keep that back as flat as possible, a nice deep spinal twist. Take another inhale in. On your exhale, bring that right hand down to the floor. Place it underneath the face. Take an inhale in, and on your exhale, bring that left arm up towards the sky. Another deep twist, keeping that back as flat as possible. Take another inhale in. On your exhale, bring your hands both to the center. Take another inhale in. On your exhale, forward fold, and see if you can bring those fingertips back in alignment with the toes. Keep a micro bend in those knees. Keep a micro bend in those elbows. Take an inhale in. On your exhale, walk your fingers, your hands over to that right foot. Take another inhale in. Exhale, come back to the center. Take another inhale in, and on your exhale, walk those fingers over to the left foot. Take an inhale in, exhale, hands back to the center. Take another inhale, and on your exhale, fold deeply, doing your best to bring your head towards the floor, depending upon your levels of flexibility. Keeping a micro bend in those knees. Take an inhale in, and on your exhale, rise to standing, hands to the hips. Beautiful. Take an inhale in and heel toe those feet back into center. Gorgeous. Take another inhale in, raise your arms up towards the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Bringing the hands to the ground. Beautiful swan dive down. Take an inhale in, come halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. And from here, let's make our way down onto the mat, onto our backs. Let's use boat pose. Start with boat pose to lower ourselves down to the mat. Bring your feet flat under the floor. A nice straight spine. Extend your arms out in front of you. Bring your feet up so that you're balancing on your sits bones. Engage the core. Take an inhale in, and on your exhale, with control, lower yourself down onto the floor. Always nice to come and let gravity do its work. Bring your feet onto the mat. We'll do a little hip opening. Take an inhale in, and on that exhale, cross your right ankle over your left knee. Take an inhale in, and on your exhale, bring that left knee towards the head. Keep both feet flexed, pushing that right knee away from you. You should feel a nice opening in that right hip, that right hamstring. Take another inhale in, bring that left knee towards the head, pushing the right knee away. Take another inhale in. Inhale that right knee even closer, left knee closer, right knee pushing away. Keep those feet flexed. Breathe into that hip. Take another inhale in. On your exhale, extend the feet, heels towards the ceiling. Take an inhale in, lower that right leg, right foot on the mat. Cross that left ankle over that right knee. Take an inhale in, and on your exhale, bring that right knee towards the face, pushing that left knee away. Take another inhale in. On your exhale, bring that right knee closer to the head, pushing the left knee away. Take another inhale in. Bring that right knee closer on the exhale, pushing that left away. Beautiful opening in that left hip. Really breathe into that left hip. Take another inhale in. On your exhale, bring those heels up towards the ceiling as if you could walk those heels right up there. Take another inhale in, and go ahead and lower those feet to the mat. Walk those heels in towards the buttocks. Take an inhale in, and on your exhale, lift those hips up towards the sky. Use the back of the arms as leverage. Keep the buttocks loose, keep the quads engaged. Take another inhale in, lower that spine to the mat. One more deep inhale. On your exhale, lift those hips, beautiful bridge. This is bringing flexibility to the spine. Take an inhale in, exhale, lower that spine to the mat. Beautiful. Take another inhale in, exhale, lift those hips up towards the sky. Take an inhale in. Exhale, lower those hips to the mat. Take an inhale in, and on your exhale, bring your knees in towards your chest and roll that back. Roll that lower back on the mat. Take an inhale in, and on your exhale, roll those knees over to the right, extending that left arm out. Look over towards the left. You can use the right hand behind that left knee, keeping that left shoulder on the mat. Take an inhale in, exhale, release into the pose. Another beautiful inhale in and an exhale. Take another inhale in, bring those knees in towards the chest. Take another inhale. On your exhale, drop the knees off to the left, keeping that right shoulder on the mat. Extend that right arm. Keep the feet flexed. Left hand goes over the right knee, behind the knee. Beautiful inhale in. You can look to the right. Beautiful inhale in. As you exhale, bring those knees back in towards the chest. Take another inhale in, and on your exhale, extend those heels towards the sky. Take an inhale in, and on your exhale, extend those hands up towards the ceiling. Take another inhale. Exhale, lower them down. Take another inhale. On your exhale, extend heels and hands towards the sky. Engage the core. Take an inhale in. Exhale, lower. One more time. Take another inhale in. On your exhale, extend, extend, extend. Keep that core engaged. Take another inhale in. Extend and lower. Lower your feet. Lower your hands. Take an inhale in. On your exhale, extend your legs down on the mat. Let your feet be about a foot apart. Let the feet fall out to the side. Oh, let your hands fall down onto the mat, palms facing upwards. Just let your body relax. Feel the gratitude for your body and your breath being with you during Shalu Yoga this morning. Take a beautiful inhale in, and on your exhale, just feel yourself sink into the mat. Send appreciation to yourself, to your body, for practicing yoga today. Wherever you are in the world, whatever it is you're doing, you've just given yourself part of your day that's dedicated to you. Another beautiful inhale in, exhale, release. Take an inhale in, and on your exhale, roll over to the right, extend that right arm up, and let your head rest on the inside of the right arm. You can bring your knees in towards your chest. I love the feeling of openness in my body after yoga. Take another inhale in, and on your exhale, push yourself back up to seated on the mat. And we'll end with the chant of OM. Whew. That feels amazing. I'll chant the chant of OM 3 times. Please feel free to join me. Thank you, everybody, for coming and practicing yoga with me today. Love you all, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye, everybody.